Wow, that's so cold. Oh, that like actually does hurt a little bit because it's so cold. Hello girlfriends and welcome to another episode of Tried and Tested. Today we have some beauty products that look so interesting that we just had to try them. So this is the Confetti pH Lip Balm from Winky Lux. Winky Lux is an American makeup and skincare brand, and their products are actually really pretty and at accessible price points and also cruelty-free. So this one is the Lavender Confetti. It's supposed to smell like birthday cake, which I love. So this applies clear and then it reacts with your lip's natural pH levels and it adjusts. So it's supposed to give off a very flattering pink shimmery shade. I feel like we've seen so many of these color changing products, but they don't get old. Like, they're just so much fun, you know? Oh my goodness, look at this! Wow, it's so pretty! This does not look like lip balm. It kind of looks like, you know when you go to a makeup shop and then they have the display? It looks like they made this to put in a display. Oh, the smell is very strong though. I can smell it all the way from here. I guess it kind of smells like birthday cake. It's the artificial birthday cake scent. It glides pretty smoothly and I can sort of see like a slight pink shade coming through. It's almost like a Barbie baby pink. Okay, let's try this. It glides really nicely. I was expecting it to feel a bit like plastic. It's fairly moisturizing. It's like a very thin lip balm. There is some moisturizing property, but it doesn't feel like it goes into the lip very well. Like, I feel like I have to keep doing this in order to like push the product in. It's interesting because I feel like when I smell it like this, the smell is so overpowering and I actually wasn't really looking forward to putting it on my lips, but after I put it on, it's not as overwhelming as I thought it would be. It doesn't really taste like vanilla, it tastes like the smell of vanilla. And the color is actually coming out quite nicely. I'll just let this like keep transforming for a while and see how that goes. Yeah, I'm not noticing much shimmer, but maybe it's like so light I can't tell whether it's the reflectiveness of the balm or the shimmer. I feel like it's getting more and more pink. I preferred it just now. Like, stop. Enough. Just stop. Rewind. Yeah, I guess the thing with this like color changing balms is that you cannot control what they become. It really depends on how it reacts and whether the way it reacts suits you. So right now for me, this is a no. I feel like the tone just doesn't match. This is very pink for me. Overall, I think it's really pretty. The packaging does feel a little bit light and not super luxe. Smell is a bit much for me. Color is also not suited to me. But you know, if I went through TikTok and I saw this, I would buy it. But would I buy it again? I don't think so. I think I would give this maybe a 5 out of 10. But it's so pretty. This makes me happy just looking at it. So I would give it a 5 out of 10. This is the MADLUVV Brow Stamp Kit. So I saw it on TikTok, I saw Michaela try it and I was like, need to get now. So this is created by a self-taught makeup artist called Maddie Thompson, and it's supposed to be very easy to do your brows. They have 8 shades to choose from, and if you're not sure which one to get, you can do the quiz on their website. So this is one of their best-selling kits. It's got a little thing here where you can scan to figure out how to use it. They've got a little spoolie. So this is the stamp and my shade is brunette. This reminds me of Mamon. They had a stamp that was something like this that people used to like fill out the hairline. So actually this is really very similar. So like this is quite a firm-ish kind of sponge. Like when I saw it online, I thought that the color that came out would be more, but this is good because then you can build it up slowly. If not, you look like the Lapis Yaosing. It's also got your stencil. So this is for you to create the perfect brow. There are 5 brow shapes here. This is really good because like people's brow shapes really vary quite greatly. So again, my brows have been embroidered, so there is some color there already, but I think we can still test this out pretty well. So it says start at the tail end and then just here. The thing is, like, I can't tell how much is on, so you try, ah. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding. I think I might have overdone it. It looks a bit heavy. Okay, let's try brushing it out. It's a very, you know, for a while, like the Instagram brow was the very defined eyebrow, like the super defined, then you go in with the highlighter, everything was like super sharp. I used to really want that eyebrow. And you would totally get it with this, but oh, after I like brush it out, yes. So now you have to clean off because you don't want all the extra stuff transferring. Okay, so then I put this here. Okay, I think this should be it. Okay, we tried. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, this might be closer, but that is not even. This brow is a lot bigger than this one, right? So that's the thing, like if I try and put it back, right, like I'm a bit afraid I won't get the exact position that I wanted. Maybe I will try and like fix it with another eyebrow stencil. This is a better fit for this eyebrow shape. Right now it looks more even. So brows are not perfectly symmetrical, and what I found was that I had to use a different stencil in order to get it to look more similar to each other, which is interesting. But I do like that they've included like 5 stencils here. I wouldn't have expected it to look so different on the other side. It's very easy to apply. Like once you get the hang of like how to hold it in place, it's actually really easy to apply. And also, like even though the entire thing wasn't flat, as long as like you got 2 secure anchor points, as you're pressing down, it kind of goes to the right place anyway. And it doesn't, the powder doesn't seep out underneath or like anything. And I think that if you really wanted to, you could also kind of use an angled brush and use that as a powder and just touch up on your own. And the color is like very natural. And it was really easy to kind of brush it through and make it look more natural. And I feel that these stencils are like the right texture for maneuverability, so it's also really quite easy to put on. One thing though, I would say that I kind of wish there was more space here to like put your fingers or for you to like hold it down. But apart from that, I really like this and it looks great. I think I would give this like a 10 out of 10. This is a Sonia Kashuk Body Sponge Blender. It's latex free and it's huge. You know, nowadays there are quite a few like makeup artist brands. This was actually the first ever makeup artist brand to launch in retail. This is actually meant for the body, but I saw people on TikTok using it on their face. And I really wanted to try because the results look really good. It's so cute and it's a little bit glittery. Actually, this is good because like the corner is also still quite sharp, so I can see it being able to reach like the corners, like smaller corners if you wanted to, even though it's so huge. Wow, this will really significantly bring down blending time. So they say that this is also good for like bronzer, self-tanning, lotions. Yeah, but today we're gonna try it on our face. Let's expand this baby. Let's bounce, baby. So comfortable. Kind of feels like, you know, when you throw your face into a pillow. It's quite heavy, so after it does feel like, ooh, this thing is like filled with water. But the blending was very fast, and actually it was interesting. I didn't feel that this absorbed as much product as I thought it would, because the beauty blenders or like these like beauty sponges do have a tendency to use up a lot of product. And yeah, I'm quite amazed by how much precision this corner allows for. I can even get here quite easily. The great thing is that you can like sort of like blend it out so fast. So fast. Wow, this is great. TikTok's amazing. People on TikTok are amazing. I think if you're applying like body makeup or like powder or like tanning lotion, this would be amazing to have because it just helps to spread out the product very nicely. It helps to like push it into the skin, it helps to like even it out, and it does it quickly. Because like with your hands, like if you're doing, you know, like you may not get a great even application, whereas with this, I feel like you can. And I do like how they made it like pointy at the end so that you can kind of get into corners if you want. The only thing is it is a bit like heavy. I'm okay with that though because I think it's a fair trade-off for such quick blending. I would give it a 10 out of 10. And also it's latex free, so people who are like sensitive to latex, yay, that's great. So after washing it, I realized that it actually takes quite a lot of effort to wash because it's so big, so it's hard to get all the product out. If you're using it on your body, you probably won't use it that often, but if you're using it on your face like every day, maybe a bit more like troublesome. I don't know, but I would give it like a 9 out of 10 just because it does take a bit of effort to kind of get all the product out. So this is the NYX Marshmellow Primer and it's been all over TikTok and people have been singing its praises. The full-size one was totally sold out, so we only got the travel size version, and it also has a tiny marshmallow blender. It's sold separately, but how adorable is this? This is infused with marshmallow root extract, which is supposed to soften your skin, and it's a 10-in-1 primer, so it's supposed to like soften, smooth, hydrate, blur lines, extend makeup wear, give a soft focus finish, minimize texture, and also apparently this is silicone free. Actually, a lot of primers nowadays have silicone, so this is like quite rare. Let's try this out. Oh, cute. Oh, it does smell sweet and a bit marshmallowy. Oh, the texture is also a bit like marshmallow. Like melted marshmallow. This is a bit like, oh, it's a bit sticky. Like marshmallow cream. I wasn't expecting to have to use so much primer, but I think maybe because it's a bit more viscous, it's a bit thicker, it seems to like stick to the skin a little bit more and almost creates a sort of film. But you can see like my skin looks quite nice and glossy now. You can see the difference between both sides. Alright, so let's try this little cute marshmallow. I think this primer looks pretty good. The application is really nice. It makes it all look quite polished, and I feel like it helps to hold the pigment very nicely. It looks very hydrated and my skin looks, it's got that dew thing going on, you know? It's got a nice like soft focus finish and it looks good and it feels comfortable. It helps to like smoothen everything. It looks good. I don't really care for this though. It's a regular sponge, but I feel like shape-wise it doesn't really do much, you know? Like I guess it helps to cover like more surface area and you still have the option of the rounded area, but like for example for something so small, there's like no option of precision with this tool, even though it's like very cute. But I'm loving this primer. It looks so good. For this mix, I used a little bit more tinted moisturizer, but the coverage is still solid, you know? So I'm really very impressed with this. The only thing is that I felt like I did have to use a fair bit of product, but I really love that it has all the smoothing stuff without the silicones, because like a lot of smoothing primers use silicones and like, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of them. I would give this a 9 out of 10. I'm not feeling the sponge. I think it's cute and it works, but not a lot of precision and actually a bit clunky and a bit difficult to hold, so I would give it like maybe a 3 out of 10. So this is from Skin Proud and it's a brand that's actually from the UK. The person who started it is the same person who started Ciate, which is known for like their nail products. So this one is the Frozen Over Gel to Ice Hydrator. You can use it in a variety of ways. So you have it in the gel form, which is how it looks like now, and you can use it as a daily moisturizer. Or you can also freeze it for 2 to 3 hours and then you take it out of the freezer and it totally changes texture and you can use it as a depuffer. This is hyaluronic acid, which is very moisturizing, and it's also got lemon extract, which is also brighten your skin, and it is also vegan and 100% cruelty free. I'm quite interested to see how it looks like after it's frozen over, but for now it does feel how it looks, which is like a little bit frosty. Like it doesn't feel like a totally clear gel, if that makes sense. It reminds me of like those mattifying primers. Smells a little bit like quite fresh, but also a bit soapy. I don't feel that it absorbs like very quickly, and I do feel like a slight tackiness to it. I'm not quite accustomed to my moisturizers doing that. So now we're going to try it out frozen. We're going to freeze it for 2 to 3 hours, take it out, and then see what we can depuff. So it's been freezing. Let's see how it looks. It looks quite the same actually. Oh, there's some like ice on the sides. Wow, that's so cold. Interesting. Oh, that like actually does hurt a little bit because it's so cold. Oh. So, you know, like it said to freeze it for 2 to 3 hours, and when we checked at that point, the texture kind of pretty much looked like this. And now it's been in for like 4 to 5 hours, but it still hasn't quite changed to the icy thing in the photo. The texture kind of feels the same, it's just cold. It is quite nice when it's cold though. I don't see how like it's particularly different from having a cream that you've put into the fridge for a while. Like when it's on the sides, I can feel some of the icy crystals, but once I put it on my skin, it's just cold, you know? it just feels pretty much the same. There's a slight cooling sensation which I can sort of like get on board with, but I'm quite distracted by the tackiness, which is really a lot. Again, if this was a mask, I'll be like, okay, I'm fine with that. But because it's known as like a moisturizer, I'm like, it's not quite working for me, I think. I just feel like I have glue on my hands or something. Okay, I would give this like a 2 out of 10. I'm so sorry. As I'm experiencing, as I think about it, I really don't mind this like extended cooling sensation. It's quite nice. Yeah, it's quite nice. So for that, I think I'll give it a 2 out of 10. But everything else, I'm like not quite feeling it. Okay guys, so it finally absorbed and I think I need to be fair. Like, okay, this is how long it took. Okay, everybody's packing up already. I'll just show you. Everybody's packing up. Everybody's packing up. But it's finally absorbed. But even then, it's still a little bit tacky. But I must say that my skin looks quite glowy. It does. So I would bring it up to maybe a 5 because I feel like the effect is nice, but again, as a day moisturizer, I would not use this because it just takes way too long, but I would consider using this like at night. I feel like if I was told this was a mask, I would be like better prepared for it. You know what I mean? Like as a mask, I don't mind it at all. Yeah, so I think I can do 5. Alright, we've come to the end of the episode. If you want to find out more about the products, how much they cost, where to get them from, you can go to our Tried and Tested Facebook page, or you can check out the links in the description box down below, or you can join our Telegram channel. And if you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. Now all you need to do is hit that bell and you'll be notified every time a new video comes out onto YouTube. Or you can also download the Clicknetwork app. Alright, till next time, mwah, go be beautiful!